Good morning. I'm John Lavala, and I'm happy to be here today to talk to you about a group of the American population. This group of Americans is composed of about 200 to 300,000 people. They make up 25% of a larger group. Their combined age is getting younger. The fastest growing members of this group are women. So who are they, you ask? They're America's forgotten heroes, homeless veterans. Every night, around 200,000 homeless veterans sleep on the street. No one who served this nation as a veteran should ever sleep on the street, said VA Secretary Eric Shinseki. A disgrace, says former Secretary of Veteran Affairs Jesse Brown, that we have men and women who served in the American uniform who are out in the streets with no place to go and few prospects for a better life. 40% of the homeless veterans are Vietnam veterans. Around 4% are from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. That group is the fastest growing group of homeless veterans that we also have right now. Homelessness among veterans is not a new problem. Veterans have been fighting for benefits since the Civil War. There they marched, sang songs, dramatized their need for assistance. World War I, veterans set up a camp at the nation's capital, protest promised bonus money. Government troops came, tore down the encampment. Korean War, fought for compensation time while they're prisoners of war. Vietnam veterans have been fighting for compensation for exposure to Agent Orange. Without compensation for physical disabilities from military duty, many veterans end up broke and homeless. Unfair compensation for disabilities from duty is only part of the homeless problem. Ex-military are more likely to become homeless than non-military due to shortage of affordable housing, unemployment, job skills, and education. The economy is hitting the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans extremely hard right now. Mortgage foreclosures at military bases are 4 times the national average. Reservists and National Guardsmen are having a hard time finding and keeping jobs because they're getting deployed every 12 months. This is worrying government officials who predict that the homeless veteran population could increase another 10 to 15% very quickly. Physical disabilities and mental health issues affect the largest population of homeless veterans. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, affects nearly 47% of homeless veterans. 50% has substance abuse. Researchers have determined that at least 30% of the returning soldiers from Iraq and Afghanistan have symptoms of PTSD, and only half of them are getting the treatment needed. The VA acknowledges that homelessness is secondary to mental health issues. Every VA healthcare system is set up to treat PTSD, and each one has around 200 programs to try to treat it for our veterans. In New York, with a population of around 10,000 homeless veterans, 2 senators, Charles Schumer, Robert Menendez, outlined new legislation to help homeless veterans. Stop interest rates from accruing on student loans while they're being deployed. Set aside $200 million to develop housing for veterans. Another $75 million for veteran support services. Senator Schumer is calling on his colleagues in Congress to step up to the plate and get serious about funding. Senator Schumer said, "Our city's budgets, our state budgets, our local budgets are going through the toughest times possible. And if our federal government doesn't step up to the plate and increase funding, then homelessness among veterans will continue to rise." The VA has announced their own plan to end homelessness. Provide a new 9/11 GI Bill so returning veterans can get an education, which everybody understands is a vital step to ending homelessness. The VA will spend $3.2 billion to prevent and reduce homelessness among veterans. $2.7 billion on health services, $500 million on homeless veteran housing by underused VA buildings. Well, the help starts with you and me. Contact your congressman to increase funding for homeless veterans, please. If you know of a veteran in trouble, contact your local VA hospital and get some help for them. Remember, these homeless veterans sacrificed so you could have a home to be safe in. Thank you.